Hello, my dears. Do you love chocolate as much as I do? I actually really love chocolate, but I prefer dark chocolate. And that's why I don't always have something tasty and sweet at home, but sometimes I want to treat myself. And today I'm sharing a recipe from my childhood. Chocolate salami. It's a well-known recipe that everyone has made 100 times. By anyone and everyone who felt like it. It doesn't matter. Let's repeat it. I have a little trick in this recipe and I'll show it to you today. So, a pot, a stove, 150 grams of granulated sugar, 100 milliliters of milk. An egg, which isn't included in many recipes, but I use a chicken egg in this recipe. Cocoa. Here it really depends on you, how much you like it to be bitter or sweeter. I love cocoa powder and I always choose the one that's the most bitter. The most bitter one for us is Krasny Oktyabr, the golden label. It's the cocoa from our childhood. I actually only use it in this recipe and the package is 100 grams. I usually take 50 grams per serving. I like it to be a bit bitter. So, keep in mind, if you use 50 grams, the chocolate salami will have a bit of bitterness, but I'll use 50 just the way I like it and the way my daughter likes it. So I have 50 grams here and I'm pouring them into the pot as well. We're out of cocoa, so I need to buy more. I also have 200 grams of butter. It's soft at room temperature, really soft already. I'll add it to my mixture a little later. Turn on the stove and start cooking it all, stirring as you go. You can't walk away. It's very important here for the sugar to dissolve and the cocoa to dissolve. Remember, you need to cook this dish without leaving it unattended. Let me tell you a couple of words about the egg. Why do I use an egg in this recipe? The thing is, in many chocolate sausage recipes, you're often told to crush some of the cookies into fine crumbs. And then the structure of the sausage itself will turn out with pieces of cookie, not just pure chocolate. I mean, it does thicken it, of course, but instead of those fine crumbs, I use an egg. It makes the chocolate a bit more gooey. So it's a slightly different texture. I think that once you try it, you'll feel the difference and understand why I include an egg in my recipe. Look, the first bubbles are starting to appear. It's starting to heat up a little, and at this moment I add the butter to the mixture. I set the heat to the lowest. Here I have minimal heat and I let the butter melt almost on its own, so the heat is minimal. Now, while my butter is melting in the saucepan, I'll keep an eye on it. I'll work on the cookies. I have 2 packs of cookies, each 180 grams, so that's 360 grams. You can use 400 if you want, really, as much as you like. But don't use less than 350. These are shortbread cookies, the kind you like. You need to break it into large pieces, don't make it too fine. But again, that's just my way of doing it. If you like it, you'll do it this way. If not, you'll find your own way. While the butter is melting and starting to bubble, I'll make sure to free up a hand at some point to stir the cookies. See, almost all the butter has melted already. Basically, what we have in the pot right now is a kind of chocolate choux pastry because we have an egg in there. Cocoa access. Let it thicken and simmer however you like. You look, my butter has melted, and when I run a spoon along the bottom, I get these little pieces, these clumps of cocoa left on the spoon. That means you can add the cookies in 99.9% of the videos. They'll tell you now to pour the mixture onto the cookies, but guys, you already have one dirty pot. Why would you want a second dirty one? We dump the cookies right into this mixture. There are always some crumbs. See, it's okay. They go in too, and we mix it so that the cocoa covers all the cookies. And it started to bubble a little bit together with the cookies. This is the kind of mixture we should end up with. You see, there's a bit of liquid here and cookies, and basically it's thick enough to scoop with a spoon. Well, you already have to put in some effort to mix it all together. We take our pot off the heat, cover it with a lid, and let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes so it's not too hot before wrapping. Friends, my mixture has cooled down, and now I can start wrapping it. For this, I take plastic wrap, put the mixture on it, and carefully roll it up into a kind of sausage. Tighten the ends and make just like that. Our sausage is shaped. Now we just need to put it in the freezer for a few hours. You can completely remove the film. This is, of course, for me. Let's cut it. And let the one who says this isn't sausage cast the first stone at me. My friends, you know, sometimes you ask me, what's your favorite dish? I love a lot of things, but this dish is from my childhood. Of course, I only make it about once every 6 months, but when I do, I enjoy it to the fullest. Cook with joy and subscribe to my channel. I have plenty to share. Goodbye.